Hey guys, what's up? So really quick video. I'm actually in one of my study corners at school, so I'm gonna make this really quick and then, go back to studying. Um, so I wanted to put this video out on Monday, yesterday. Was it Monday or Sunday? I don't know. But I wanted to put it out yesterday because I had a test today for my concepts class. And if you guys remember, concepts has been one of those really iffy classes for me. Not because I'm not trying to study or learn, because I'm doing all that, but because my professor is not teaching us. And one of the girls in class put it today really well. It's like we can study all we want and read the material and think we know it, but if she's our professor is not dialoguing with us, then we're not going to know if we really know what we think we know, so to speak. Um, anyway, had my concepts exam today. Did better than the last test, but I still didn't pass. Now this is exam 2 out of 3, not including the final. You have to pass this class to move on to the next level. Again, we're the last associate class, and they're not repeating these courses. And the whole class failed the first test, and we're all pretty much failing and sucking on the second test too. And it's very frustrating because, like, I got a 73 this time. Passing is 77. And honestly, the way I studied, I should have at least gotten an 80 minimum, at least. You know what I'm saying? And we go over the test in class after, and there are 4 questions that everyone's arguing about. And she's like, well, maybe I'll give points for this, maybe I won't give points for that, da da da. One of the questions she's definitely going to give us points on, so that'll bring me up to a 75. Still not passing, but closer to passing than I was before, right? It's just really frustrating, but whatever. Aside from that, it's not the point of this video. I'm doing this video to discuss test anxiety and second guessing yourself because I have a huge problem with that. A huge problem with that. Like, I can study and know the information, and then when I get into an exam, I'm freaking the hell out, like going crazy. And I'm reading the question, and I read it again, and I read it again. And the second time I read it, I usually know what answer I want to put, but then I read it again just to make sure that, I got all the information down pat, and then all of a sudden I want to change my answer. And I do this a lot. And I noticed on the past few tests, like all the tests I've taken in nursing school so far, anything that I have gotten wrong, it's usually been because of that. There are a couple times when the concept or whatever it was really didn't process in my head, so I got, like the answer I put was not totally wrong. But there are more times than that I thought the answer was B, and it was B, but then D looked really good too, so I went with D instead of, my first choice, which was B. Big mistake. Like, it's hard for me to even sit here and say, don't do that, guys, da da da, because I do it. I do. But you have to try really hard. Like, if you know you studied and you know you did everything in your power to pass this exam, at the end of the day, you need to leave it to your faith that you're capable of doing what you can do and that you're capable, that you know the information, because second guessing yourself will screw you up. And y'all know exams are a huge part of nursing school. It's a huge part. If you don't pass the test, they really don't care about anything else. That's what they base your grade off of, mostly the exams. And that's my downfall. I know the information, but then I get to the test and it's like, no, maybe it's not that. Now, what I did this time was different. Like, this time I took the test and I really went in there with a different mindset. Um, First of all, I've been praying my behind off because I know how critical this test was for me to pass and get a high grade on just to get me to where I need to be. Again, that went the way that it went, so God be with me. But I prayed my behind off. Last night, last week, the week before that, every day, this morning, when I got up, when I got in the shower, when I was walking to the test, got to the test, right before I took the test, in between answering questions on the test, like I was just praying. And I'm asking God to give me the strength to just, have faith in myself, have faith in my capabilities, to recall all the information that I need to recall, to critically think effectively, to block out everything else that's going on around me, to breathe through the exam because these are all things that I have a problem with. Like, first of all, I sit down, and especially if I know how serious it is, my breathing will be totally off. And that already, because I'm nervous. I have high anxiety level. Then, towards the middle, end of the test, when everybody starts finishing up and they want to leave and, da da da, and pulling out the chair and it's all this noise, I start to get nervous again because I'm thinking, oh shoot, I'm still not done yet. Okay, calm down. It's not working. What I did this time, and there was a website that I had, Chamberlain College, I believe it was, on Twitter. They had tweeted me these tips on how to, stay calm in an exam, and I'm going to put the link at the bottom of the video. And it helped. It did help. Aside from all my praying and just having faith in myself that, God gonna hold me down and the angels and saints are gonna help him out. And I know this information because I've been studying. They said breathe deeply. Don't, the before and after the test, everybody wants to discuss the studying and whatnot before the test. I cannot stand that. I know what I studied. I know what I know. When I get to the test and we're waiting for the doors to open, I do not want you sitting here asking, so girl, is this what it is? And does the fetus do that? And preschool, Erickson said there, and that's what's that? Don't ask me that, yo. Like, it throws me completely off. Because then I'm listening to all these side conversations and I'm thinking, wait, you thought it was such and such, but she just said that. And he said that. And then you start second guessing yourself. I hate it. So like today, I went in, I had my headphones on, I had what was playing? I think Yolanda Adams or Mary Mary was playing. Like I had it on Kirk Franklin Pandora. And I blocked everyone out. So hi. Walked down, I was like, hey guys, whatever, whatever. But headphones in, like, do not speak to me. Right before I was about to go in, took my headphones off. My homegirl was like, so what's such? I said, don't. Don't ask me nothing. I said, it's gonna mess me up. I don't do this whole dialogue before the testing. Like, I can't. And Chamberlain, that was one of their test tips. Don't discuss the test before the test. And I'm telling y'all, it helps. Don't do it to yourself. Just don't. At that point, you studied. What you know is what you know, and what you don't know is what you don't know, and nothing is going to change that. Let it go. Just let it go for now. It sounds very nonchalant to say it's nursing school. We have to pass. This is huge. I know. But let's think about it. 5 minutes before you're going to go into the test, what more can you really cram into your mind before you sit down at that computer? Or I don't know if you guys take paper tests, but I know all my tests are computerized. What more are you going to process? Nothing. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Chances are whatever you think you're going to learn in that 5 minutes is going to fly out your head and throw you off later on in another part of the test. So just leave it alone. Just don't discuss it. After the test, everybody want to discuss the test too. Oh my God. Because with our test, or with this class test, when we submit it, our grade comes up immediately. So I know my grade as soon as I finish taking the test. As soon as I hit submit, it processes, it comes up, and then I leave. I don't do the whole discussion thing after the test either. Because this one was like, oh yeah, but I got this grade. And this one was like, oh yeah, but I got this grade. No. We all about to have, like, in this class, it's a thing where, yeah, we're all about to have a nervous breakdown because we're all not doing well. And yes, we're all in the same boat. But again, I do not want to discuss it with you because it's just going to freak me out and mess me up more. So I avoid that. I get out, I slip down the other side of the hallway real quick, I go eat, and then I come back to class. People usually text me, hey girl, so where you at? I'm eating in, such and such place or whatever. Oh, okay, I was just checking on you. Yeah, thanks for checking on me, but no, we're not gonna have this whole conversation. Like, I can't do it. It messes me up even more. It brings my anxiety level to a whole other level. I don't want it. Aside from that, during the test, I really try to slow down and read the questions thoroughly, especially since I can't go back. So I take my time and I read the test. This time I did not look at the amount of time I had left at the top of the screen at all. Did not look at it at all. And I was tempted. Boy, was I tempted. But I didn't let myself do it. Because I know when I see it starts to dwindle down too much, I start to get nervous again. Like, oh shoot, I'm not going fast enough. My whole thing was, I'm going to take my sweet time and do this test. And I'm gonna get through it all in a lot of time. God got me on this one, like, because otherwise, I don't know what to say. Like, I refuse to look at that clock because I know it's gonna make me want to rush through it even more. Slow down, went question by question, kept breathing throughout the whole thing, and it helped. When I tell you it helped, because as people started to leave, honestly, I didn't notice. The person next to me left, and that's how I knew anyone had even started leaving. Like when I did pick up my head to look around the class for a second, uh, you know, probably about 8, 9, 10 people was gone, and I was like, oh shoot. I didn't even notice they left. Usually, I know when everybody's leaving. I know that he went that way, and nope, I wasn't doing it this time. I stayed so calm, and I was just so much in my zone, and it helped. It really helped me to answer my questions and just do better and be relaxed. So those are just a couple tips. Again, I'm gonna post the link. Nurse Nicole had a video about second guessing yourself and everything like that. So you guys can look her up, Nurse Nicole. I'll probably put the link in the description too. And I just need to vent about that, because this has been a problem for me since last semester when I first started this program. I've never had test anxiety like this until I started nursing school. In fact, a lot of things that have been going on with me have not happened to me until I started nursing school, like health wise and just being stressed out and on tests. I've never functioned at this level. One of my other friends, is funny, she said, yo, it's crazy though, because on spring break it felt like something was wrong for her anyway, because I was still kind of busy on spring break. But she said it felt like something was wrong. You get so used to performing at such a high level of stress and having to live through it that when you have time to yourself and you can just relax and let loose, you do not know what to do. It feels weird. And that's what happened. Like, I'm so used to performing at this high stress level, and this was not me last year. And last year I thought I was stressed out. This year, whole other ball game. Like, nursing school is a whole other ball game. But then people ask me how I'm doing. I'm like, I'm fine. It's like nursing school is trying to kick my behind, but I'm good. They're like, huh? How you fine? But it's trying to kick your butt, because I love what I'm doing. I enjoy being in nursing school. Sounds crazy, I know, but I do like it. It's just hard work. It's hard work. That's about it. So I'm just trying to learn ways to function effectively and stay calm throughout this process, because it is a process and it's a grueling process, but the reward at the end is great, right? So yeah. Um, oh, I want to leave you guys with this quote, because after I took the test, part of me was thinking, really? 73? Like that's all you got for me? But I'm like, you know what? God know what he doing. What is to be will be. I was like, I'm not gonna stress it. And it made me think, like the quote, the Bible scripture about a mustard seed happened to come into my mind. And I just wanted to read that to you guys, because it definitely helped me today. It helped me today. And I just posted it on everything, on Facebook, on Skype, because I'm like, somebody else gonna get this message. And it's basically when the Lord said, if you have faith like a mustard seed, you would say to this mulberry tree, be uprooted and be planted in the sea, and it would obey you. Have faith as small as a mustard seed. That's all I ask of you. Have faith in yourself, have faith in the Lord, that you can do this. You can get through nursing school. You can get to nursing school. You can do it. You know what I mean? You can do it. Just have faith. Whoever your Lord is, wherever you get your inspiration or your um whatever you use to push you through, have faith in it and you'll be fine. So that was my video message for the day, guys. Longer than I thought it would be, but yeah, that was my message. I'm gonna get back to studying because I have a microbiology test on Thursday and a pharmacology test on Monday. It never ends. But see you guys later. Bye.